This is the hair I will be using for my crochet twist. I got this in my local beauty supply store, and it is double inside this pack because I had brought two previously when I tried to make a wig. So I'm starting off with freshly washed and pre-stretched hair. So I'm just taking my hair out. I'm going to detangle before I start my braiding process. I will not be using rubber bands for this method. I'm going to be showing you guys just because the last time I did like crochet passion twist, I didn't like the method with the rubber bands because it just is snagging in my hair a lot. So I'm going to be starting off with doing a part from ear to ear. Your parts don't really, well, this part doesn't have to be straight, but because I do hair, I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. Even though you're not going to see it because it's going to be covered, I just wanted to make sure it was even. So I'm just doing that right here. Once I got my desired part, I'm going to just section off the front and the back just because the back braids are going to be bigger than the front ones, and the front like braids or boxes are going to be the main attraction. I'm going to be using this Shine and Jam to help with my parting, and I didn't want too many I didn't want too many parts or boxes, as you can see, in the front. So if you're going to do this, I'm only keeping this hairstyle in for probably about 2 weeks max. So you could make this smaller, like make your boxes smaller if you do plan on keeping this in for like about 3 weeks or a little longer. But here I'm just showing you guys a close up of how I'm going to do my boxes without the rubber band method. So for this first row, it's going to be 2 boxes, and then as I get higher on top of my head, the boxes will add on, I'll like make more. So I'm just sectioning off the 2 here, and then I'm going to start my first braid, and then I'll show you guys how I connect it. So I'm going to just use a little bit of the Shine and Jam. You don't need that much because I don't want too much product in my hair. And just smooth it out, and you know, the little baby hairs, flyaways and whatnot out the way. Starting with my first braid, I'm just going to be braiding my hair as if I'm doing a box braid, except with this braid, I'm not going to braid it all the way down. I'm going to do it like midway, basically, because I'm going to be connecting it with the back braid, and that's going to give it the illusion that it's like connected for the boxes, the same way you would do if you used like rubber bands. So now I'm getting ready to start the back braid, the box, and what I'm going to be doing here is just making 3 sections before I start my braid, and I'm just going to take that front braid and just connect it and then braid it together. And again, I'm not braiding it all the way down, I'm just braiding it midway. And this is what the first one looks like, my first row. And I'm just going to continue the same process until I'm done with the front of my hair. I'm just going to speed it up for you guys so you don't really have to sit and watch it because it's really repetitive. So I'm going to just do like one more row on camera, and then you guys will see when I'm done with the front. And this is what the front looks like after I'm done with the boxes. Nice and neat. Now for the back, I'm just going to do like 5 or 6 big braids. It really doesn't matter because it's going to be covered up, so it doesn't have to be neat. This right here was probably the most annoying part of this hairstyle. Was my hair was actually kept tangling while I was trying to do my cornrows. So this is the only part that kind of annoyed me with doing this hairstyle, because the longer my hair has gotten, I find it gets tangled a lot when I braid my hair in certain styles. So yeah, I know I need to trim too, so don't say anything about my hair. The way I braided the back of my hair, I had some hair left over. So what I'm going to do is take my crochet needle and I'm just going to just crochet into the braids. And I just take the hair and put it through my braids first. And then the little piece that's going to be left, I'm going to just crochet that into one of my braids. Here's what the back looks like of my hair. Like I said, it doesn't have to be neat, doesn't have to be cool, because it's going to be all covered up once I start crocheting. It's time to crochet. And y'all, let me tell y'all, the funniest thing happened. So I originally had brought this hair and tried to make a wig, and I forgot that I never took the wig apart, because it was getting too full and it was so heavy, and I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna crochet in my hair. And y'all, look at this, a mess. And I was like nowhere near finished. I had a whole lot that I had to finish with this wig, but already, like with the wig that I have on, it was so heavy, and I was like, no, I can't add any more hair. Look at that. Y'all see all of that? You see that gap? And it looks crazy anyway. Like, look at my hair, y'all. I look like Rick James. Like, no. So I'm going to start off with the hair that was still, like, I didn't use. I'm going to start off with that first. I don't remember what inch this is, but I was actually measuring off the pieces that look shorter, like that was the 9-inch and whatnot, because I wanted, like, kind of like bangs. So I wanted the 2 front ones to start off, like, short. So I was measuring off camera when I was putting these inside just to make sure that they were to my liking, because it was 9, 10, and 11 inch. And as far as the crochet goes, there's a lot of videos on here how to crochet. I just did 1 loop starting, but later on I'm going to start doing like second knots with the loops just for security. But with the back, I didn't do that. I pretty much just started crocheting like anywhere. I didn't have a specific way. I just wanted to make sure that I got the back as full as I could first, and I was going to work my way from the back to the front, just because I know the braids in the back were big, so I wanted to make sure I got as much coverage in the back so no one could see my braids, or so I just started doing that and just kind of crocheted all over. And then as I got towards the front, I started focusing more on how it falls. And this is after, like, I can't even tell you how many packs or whatever this is, because I had at this point had took some of the hair off the wig. But this is basically, I want to say, halfway done, and this is what the back looks like. And you can see it's pretty full. You can't see any of my braids, and this is what the top middle looks like. And yeah. And also, I want to mention to you guys that this hair is really bouncy. It's really lightweight, and it does not feel as heavy as it was when I had that wig on. Now I'm on the front, and I don't know if you guys can see what I was telling you about earlier with the size of the Passion Twist. They are on like the smaller side, so like I could have gotten away with making my boxes just a little smaller, but it's okay because I'm not going to have this styling for too long. But I would advise, if you do decide to try this hairstyle out, that you make your boxes smaller than mine, just so it can look a little more realistic. And also so you don't have as much as a big gap, because sometimes with crochet braids and stuff like that, twists or whatever, you can have like the big gap, like a cake gap, if you know what I mean, if your braids aren't close enough. So yeah, I would definitely say just for a better look, to make your boxes smaller and not as big as mine, unless you're using some type of braid or twist that are like jumbo or large. And this is what it looks like after I'm done with all my crochet. I did decide to just clip some of the ends because I wanted it to be bobby like, and some of them were longer than others. And I also had like a few like flyaways, because synthetic hair does tend to get a little bushy. But as you guys can see, I was talking about that cake part earlier. I don't really like how that looks, but I was never planning on wearing it straight down anyway. So I'm just playing around just to see if I do decide to wear it like down, how I'm going to wear it. And I actually liked like this. It was pretty cute on the side. Like, it's really, it's giving. But yeah, this is the hair, and I love how it came out. It's not tight at all. It's very bouncy. It's lightweight. I just really like how it feels. I also had a lot of hair left over for the Passion Twist, so I'm definitely going to do this style sometime later on again. This is definitely a summertime hairstyle. It's a really cute little bob. It's not too long. It's not too heavy. Comment in the section below, guys, if you're going to try this hairstyle out. Until next time, later.